I came from halfway across the country to Holly Springs to live with my mother, and made my way out to Willow Springs, where a couple of houses down from my brothers and sister. I had kind of expressed that I was in a dark place in my life. I came from a rough time in my life, and I was just really looking for people to connect with. And though I craved church, it just always felt like it wasn't really the place for me, acceptance-wise. And I had said something to my brother and sister, and they told me, well, we think we've got a place for you. And I was hesitant at first because I'd never really walked into a place and not just been kind of looked at like, oh, what is he doing here, or stuff like that. But they guaranteed me that I would be visiting something that I had never really come in contact with before at church. So I went, and I came into church that day, and I believe it was Mike up on the screen, and kind of instantly vibed and connected with what he was saying. I saw a person up on a screen that brought himself down to our level and then began to preach and talk. And any other time I really had gone to church, I seen people kind of putting themselves up on a pedestal, and what I saw was average people bringing themselves down to our level to teach, and it made it easier. Coming into Hope Community Church, I met a lot of people who were willing to sit down and listen, and immediately connected with me. It was actually kind of weird to walk into church for the first time and be greeted with smiles and not weird looks and stuff like that. And I saw people looking to reach out to me in my time of need, and I really needed that at the time. I couldn't express more how much that meant to me. I always wanted God in my life, and I could never find Him. On the outside, I have a rough exterior, and inside, I want to help. I want people to know about God. I want them to come and see what I've seen. As a single father, I get minimal time with my kids, so it was important that I got my kids into Kid City and to interact with the groups at the church, so that they could see, even though they're not with me 100% of the time, what good Hope Community Church does. My kids would always draw pictures during the week to bring to their teachers at Kid City, but one of the more important things is I wanted to show them that their dad was taking steps to be more godly in his life. And so in June, I chose to be baptized, and I did it. And ever since then, I've just been making the changes in my life, forcing myself to see myself better than I used to, because I'm a different person now.